What's going on, people? Welcome back to AFTV. Join us for the preview of Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid, 8 p.m. kickoff at the Emirates. It's semi-lonely at the top, but it's Simeone. I'm playing at this backdrop. Now, we're supposed to be in front of the Emirates, but it's raining. Yeah. So.
Can you have an umbrella or something?
No, we had to do it in the studio. So the backdrop isn't the Emirates, but we're supposed to be there. So yeah, it's semi-lonely at the top. Simeone this time, playing at this backdrop. Good stuff.
Did you actually get paid for that?
I do. I get looked after. This is part of my job description. This is in there.
Jesus.
You got a long season, mate. You know, one of them's gone. Now you're here. You got in. This is what you got part with for the foreseeable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
How long did you work on that one for?
That one was honestly over the weekend. I was busy. I got it in just before I went to bed last night after I did my prep.
You spent all weekend working on that?
Yeah, because it's hot. Listen, Atletico Madrid, Simeone.
What happened to you Saturday night at Fulham?
We won. Arsenal won.
Yeah, but what happened afterwards?
I did some fan counts.
I heard you bumped into a Fulham player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, come on.
Can you just
Can you just enlighten
No,
us?
because it's just going to make me look like again. It's a bad. I heard Robbie's already told everyone, but yeah, we saw Sander Berge.
Now, for the benefit of those who don't know,
yeah.
because I heard a couple of stories, rumours.
Yeah.
Enlighten the people.
Meet?
Okay, look, Sander Berge was there.
Wow, really good player, him.
Well,
Norwegian international. Is that right?
Well, he said he was a big fan of AFTV and saw Ty.
Fantastic.
Saw
probably ain't no more. You know what I mean?
Okay, look, I said to him, someone said to me as we was walking, he's been injured or something like that, or he's coming back from injury. So I went up to Sander Berge and said,
when you're back? He just played 90 minutes.
And he said, what? I said, are you injured? He goes, I just played 90 minutes, yeah.
He actually played well.
Yeah, he was very, very good. But you know, I'm going to stick up for you because you're an Arsenal fan. You're just concentrating on Arsenal.
No, but that is bad though for me.
Yeah,
it is
bad.
No, don't let him off the
It's a shock.
He was at the ground as well. It's not. I mean, and it's not like Sander Berge is a diminutive figure.
No, he's a big.
No, he's a tall guy. He's a tall guy. But no,
he actually played well.
Played very well. He's probably their best player.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
He did. He actually played well.
He's their best player.
Listen, my brain just listen.
No, I think Harry Wilson was their best player.
Yeah,
but
did
Sander Berge
did play.
Let's get to it.
Right, yeah, let's forget the Fulham game. But yeah, that was an embarrassing moment. I don't think he was too happy with it either. He didn't. He looked at me. He wasn't.
Well, he's unsubscribed now.
Big up Sander Berge. Apologies, my brother. Apologies. Right, let's get into this. It's the third game of the Champions League.
Yep.
Arsenal sitting 5th. Atletico Madrid are sitting 10th. We've only conceded 3 goals.
No, but this is the real deal.
He says this all the time. This is every game is important. This is the biggest game.
Who we played in the Champions League so far?
We've won both of them, won 2-0 on both of them.
In terms of the
Bilbao were good away. We're not going to go into that again.
Away from home's always difficult in the Champions League.
But
so
Bilbao were not a very good team. You keep doing this.
Were Bilbao a good team when we played them away? When we went over there,
all right.
They were decent.
Decent. That's what I said. You said they're a very good team.
This is up more.
Exactly.
This is going to be harder, but decent is
this
still...
is the real deal. Atletico are the real deal. Bilbao, no disrespect, they're decent. Where I had an issue with you is that you came back, and admittedly you were in the ground and the atmosphere and everything else.
They put up a tough.
And you were bigging them up, saying they're a really good team. I said to you, I didn't think they was. I thought they were decent, like my man here said. And then we
decent, very good saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But of the 3 teams we've played so far in the Champions League, I would say, in my humble opinion, they are easily the best of the 3 teams.
Okay, that's fair to say. And they, like I said, we've conceded 3 goals in 11 games. I know this is the most difficult game out of the 3. That's fair. We're at home though, so we have a bit of the home advantage. I was going more towards.
So we got there at long last.
I was going towards the stat, yeah, but I'm still saying Bilbao are a very good team. Anyway, but I'm going towards the stat of 3 goals conceded, boys, in 11 games. That is very, very good for Arsenal. We have the lowest XG against amongst any team in the Champions League as well. Our defence, you always say it. I've done fan counts with you regularly, and you keep saying you can rely on you can put your whole mortgage on the defence. You can trust in them.
I trust in the defence, and you know, and when you put out that sort of statement, is right. And you know, our last 2 games, our goalkeeper's not had a save.
Yeah.
So you know, but listen, as Laurie says, these are probably the kings at doing this over the years.
Correct.
They've been the team that's been really I'd say they base their success, and they have had a lot of success, on very, very good structural defensive unit, not just the back four, the unit as well. I think that you have to go in with Arsenal with that. It's not just their back four and goalkeeper, it is all of them, you know what I mean? They all play, they all get back, even the wide players get back, Saka gets back to it, so certain other teams don't do that. We do it, and we're going very, very well. But listen, defensively, we're going to have to play very, very well on Tuesday. We're going to have to be at our very best defensively, and I think we will be. And
the reason why I brought up how good our defence is because this preview is brought to you by NordVPN, and defence, it can defend your phone from when you're abroad, and if you have NordVPN locked in, you can feel very secure, no hackers getting in, no malware, none of that, but you've got full security with NordVPN, and of course you can watch games, or watch your shows, your favourite shows when you're abroad. Of course, so NordVPN, big up NordVPN.
We do it.
Yeah, we do.
Saturday, 3 o'clock. What have I got to watch? Gardening shows. Yeah.
Yo, Rob, you watching this game? Bro, Eze's on fire.
How are you watching that? You can't watch 3 o'clock games in the UK.
Bro, what do you mean? I'm watching the full game now, live.
How though? You're not abroad?
No, bro, with NordVPN, my laptop thinks I am, but with one click, boom, I'm on holiday.
Are you serious? I'm here watching someone plant potatoes, and you're watching Eze tearing it up.
No, I ain't having that.
I'm only joking with you. You know we can't do that in the UK. But if I wanted to, it would work perfectly. Bro, whether it's football, soaps, you know me, Love Island when we're away, you know what I mean? All those things, whatever your family's into, NordVPN's got you covered. And with Threat Protection Pro, there's none of that cyber nonsense, no scammers, none of that, just smooth streaming. So hurry up and get involved, bro. Come on, you're missing out.
All right, I'm convinced. I'm signing up right now. Go to NordVPN/AFTV for an exclusive deal.
Forward VPN, would you put in midfield or up top?
I mean, the defence, it gives you strong defence. I would put NordVPN in my midfield if I could. We've got a NordVPN back line right now. And Lee made a very, very good point though. He said, you know, Atletico Madrid are kings of the defence. Simeone's sides they're notoriously known for good defences. Let's get your
They're not bad up top either, Alvarez and Griezmann.
No, he's done it, you know. Yeah, Alvarez and Griezmann, obviously Alvarez is, I wanted Alvarez at Arsenal, if I'm being honest. Julian Alvarez, after when he went left Man City, and we was linked to him.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he's done well, especially he's seen as number 2 to Haaland when he was at City, but now he's the main guy. But you're right, they've got good attack and good defence. How are you feeling for this game, Aloy? Are you feeling confident? Because do you think it's going to be a negative game, a big shutout game where it's just, I don't know, both teams, they can have 5 at the back?
I am looking forward for this game, for the reason being is that I think with respect to the other teams we played recently, I would say that Atletico are on another level to the teams we played.
Fair.
Do you not agree?
Yeah, we've said we've gone past that. Yes, I do.
Yeah, not just in the Champions League, in the Premier League as well though. Our recent games, I would say they're a step up.
I mean, Newcastle away is tough. Man United away. Atletico are sitting 4th in the league.
So we played in the Premier League recently, Fulham, Newcastle.
Played Newcastle, we played
Liverpool.
Forest, we played Leeds, Man City, Liverpool away.
So with the possible exception of Liverpool, and even they're not, we've seen how they've been performing recently, I would say Atletico are probably the best team all round we're facing in a little while. So it's a good test for us.
It's going to be it's a very big test. Lee, do you think it's going to be, like I just kind of said to Laurie, like a just defensive game where it's going to be a low-scoring game? And no?
No, they've changed a little bit. Listen, they played Liverpool. It was a very entertaining game. You know what I mean? They went 2-0 down very, very early. You know, and then you think like they was going to get beaten quite comfortably. They didn't. They come back, and I thought that they were probably worthy of a point at the end of it. But Liverpool, I think Van Dijk got the winner right.
Yeah.
So
that was a game where the manager was kicking off with the crowd.
Yeah, kicking off with the crowd and all that, and gets involved. So listen, there's some really, it was an interesting game that was. So I think if Arsenal, and I think Liverpool in the first 20 minutes of that game, as good as Madrid are defensively, they couldn't handle it. So that's what Arsenal have got to do as well, like, you know. And then I think that if we do get in front of them, I think that that we can go on and handle it where Liverpool didn't, because Liverpool, as well as what they were doing at that time, were conceding goals quite often.
Yeah.
And then getting last minute goals, everybody thought it was brilliant. You know what I mean? Obviously now it's changed a little bit, but getting back to Madrid, I think that's what we've got to do. And I think that I do believe that this is when you're playing Atletico Madrid, all of a sudden that rings to me. I know we played them in the Europa League a few years ago when they dropped down, but it rings Champions League for me. You know, they're a Champions League club. You know what I mean? So. And I think it'd be the one thing I do think it would be good about it is I'm not as nervous about this game because I'm a little bit more relaxed, because I think like
the Premier League form, is that all the format
with
of
the
the
Premier League,
Champions
I don't
League?
think we can afford to drop points at the moment in the Premier League with the games that we've got. If we was to draw this game, it ain't the end of the world. I know we wouldn't like it, but it ain't the end of the world. So I feel we can be a little bit more relaxed going into the game, and that may help us.
It's a very good point, because I feel like last season in the Champions League we had drawn a game at this stage when we was last season, I think, to Atalanta. So you're right, and we still made that top 8. So you're right there. You are right. I think there's less pressure there. And before I get into the stats, you kind of mentioned it. Well done on the knowledge of Atletico Madrid in the Europa League, and we got knocked out, by the way. You know your stuff. I'm gonna read you some players, because I want to stay with me on this questioning. I want to ask you: is this going to be a game where after the game people are going to say the manager done really well, it's tactical masterclass, or is it one of the players that the quality of Arsenal's players will better? The reason why I say it is because the players that they have in their team, Oblak in goal, yeah, good goalkeeper, no doubt. Nico Gonzalez and Llorente fullbacks, good players there. Koke in the midfield, good player. Strikers you mentioned, Griezmann, Alvarez. They've got Conor Gallagher, who's normally off the bench, you can add to their attack. They've got Simeone's son still plays well. Actually has been all right as well when I've watched him play as well. So like, they have a good squad. So after this game, is it going to be this is a tactical masterclass from Mikel Arteta, or is it, do you know what, Arsenal just actually have better players. I don't know which avenue it comes out and what fans will be saying, because Simeone's an incredible manager. Arteta is, to me, I still think he's a very good manager, but there'll be people that doubt him and say, to beat a manager like Simeone, you've got to give Arteta the credit if he does win. Or is it just there's better players on our team? How do you think it plays out? What do you think the echo chambers are going to be saying at the end?
Well, I think from our point of view, this is something that I think that we're going to get quite a lot. This is a team that's going to defend,
yes,
right, and it's going to have a lot more power and a lot more threats than say a West Ham at home or a Fulham or whatever. So that's going to be like, you've got to defend well.
Yep.
You've got to attack well, but like
with caution.
Right? With certain things, you know, like I would say, like having a little bit of a safety net, because if you don't have that safety net, they're going to hit you and they're going to hurt you. So I think it will be a good tactical battle.
Yes,
but I think if you get at these teams like Liverpool did, you can crumble. And I think at the end of it, we're in a better position than what Liverpool were when they played them. Like, I don't know what Atletico Madrid would be like after. I think they've improved since that game. But what I'm saying is that we've got a structure and a defence that will win us games. And I think suitably, it helps us in the Champions League, because teams will sit in. Because that's the natural way of doing it. And then try and nick teams on the break. So I feel that this is where we'll be better off.
So Arsenal obviously won their last 5 games, all competitions. Atletico Madrid won 4 out of their last 5. They drew one of their games. But I think you're right. I think Lee was kind of right in what you're saying, in the sense that Simeone will look at the Premier League table and look at Arsenal. Recent games, they'll look at the Premier League table and see Arsenal top. So they're not going to be silly coming to the Emirates and think, let's just go gung-ho, this team, we can get at them. He might if he's brave, but Simeone's side, you don't expect that. So that means, for me, Arteta has to be tactically astute and think, okay, we've got to try and break them down, and it's more on the managerial side. However, if he does what Liverpool did and just goes at them, then I put that more on the players, on just the quality that we could expose them, but I don't think we'll play like that. I think it will be more of a managerial battle. Do you think that, Laurie, or do you think it's going to be more managerial side, or more break it down, low scoring game, he's got to outclass Simeone tactically, or we go for them and do the Liverpool thing and just catch them cold and not obviously concede? They made their way back, Atletico, but we just go for them and end up beating them 3-4 nils.
I would suspect that the way we're going to approach the game is the way we've approached all our games this season. We know that Arsenal are a possession-based team. We like controlled possession. We're not really what I would call overly expansive. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, that is very fair. So it's a bit frustrating.
But it's interesting with Atletico, right? So they are known primarily as a defensive team.
Correct.
But this season and last season, they've tried to vary their tactics. They've tried to be a little bit more attacking.
Yeah,
and they're conceding more goals now than they were.
So far,
you know what I mean? And if you look at their domestic form as well, it's kind of mixed. I mean, they're fourth in La Liga.
Mm-hmm.
I think they played something like 9 games, won 4, drawn 4 and lost 1. Mm-hmm. And even in the Champions League, they're 2 games, 1-1, lost. Sorry, 1-1 and. Hang on, they lost to Liverpool. Didn't they win their other game?
Yeah, they lost to Liverpool.
They've won 1, and
so they won 1 and lost 1.
Yeah, I think
so their form is a little bit mixed. However, I do expect for this game that they're going to come and be defensive and try and catch us on the counter.
They won 1, lost 1. Sorry, they're 10th.
So that's how I expect it will play out. But this will be nothing new to Arsenal. Most teams that come to the Emirates, that's what they're going to do. It's just that Atletico have been better at it than some of the teams we played recently. So that's why I'm saying I'm looking forward to this game, because it's going to be a real test of trying to break a team down and be effective and obviously get the win, because we do need to win.
Are you looking at this game saying, I'm judging where Arsenal are?
Yes,
by this opposition, or is it because he's going to rotate? Let's be real, he's going to rotate. So is it fair to judge Arsenal?
I'm not. Listen, for me,
they've been alright.
I think that this Champions League for me now is like it's 2 different competitions. First competition is to get into the top 8 and qualify, you know, or qualify. You know what I mean? Is like you can actually qualify from being. Like losing a few games, if you want to be really honest, and go through the playoffs or whatever. You know, ultimately the first thing is to get into the top 8. Now we're 5th at the moment. We've won 2 games. You know, you want to try and.
It's important to.
Yeah, try and get into the top 8.
It's less games to play. Yeah,
exactly.
It is important.
So I think it is important from that point of view.
Definitely.
So, but I look at it and think that if you're one of the teams that's one of the favourites to win the Champions League, which we are, when you take on teams like Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich, who are 2 big teams at home, you have to win those games at home. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, if you're going to go and win the Champions League deeper in, the home games are ones that are going to affect you. The reason we didn't win the Champions League or get to the final last season because we lost at home to PSG, not because we lost to them away, we lost at home. So I think you've got to get it right. So you're sort of building up to that second stage of the Champions League. So I look at it and I think that for me at this moment in time it's important, but the league's more important. Right, you know, but this is a chance to just go out there against a very, very good opposition as Laurie says, and then see what we can do with a little bit less pressure on us.
Do you think that will change for you, the want for the Premier League over the Champions League?
Yeah, it will do.
If you get later down the stages, do you think you might want the...
It goes different, which in turn messed us up a little bit going for the league last season. Remember that Aston Villa game because we had Bayern Munich in between and we didn't know what to do and all. So hopefully we've learned from it there. What I see of the competition last season, like, we've got a little bit of experience in that now, because no one really knew what was going on last season, whatever, and I think, you know, didn't even know what points you're going to get. We now know that if you're going to win your own games, if we win all our own games now, we're going to be in the qualifier. So it's then if you want to get into the top 8, like, you know. So for me, like, this is important as always. Just win this game, and that puts us in a much better position to qualify, and also like then you've got. I wouldn't say easier games, but Prague, like, you know what I mean, coming up, like, and Bruges, and certain like that. So when you go into the game against Inter Milan, I think that's the last game, like, you know, it's done.
I think what I'm looking forward to in this game, like I said before, this is our sternest test in the Champions League by some distance. We played Olympiacos and Bilbao, and I know you keep banging on about how good Bilbao were. I respectfully disagree. I thought they were decent. Olympiacos again, decent.
Same thing.
But with Atletico, it's a step up. So, as I was alluding to earlier, this will tell us a lot about this team.
But do you not know enough about Arsenal in the Premier League?
Yeah, I know we're good. We're very good. But what I'm saying, we're coming up against an opposition now that will be a serious test.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
Is this something like you want to do? Like, is it to sort of put a marker? Like, do you want Arsenal to put a marker out now,
Yes.
or would you do it
Yeah.
like right?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like,
Oh,
put
yeah,
out a
because
marker
I'm still confused
or,
by it.
Or,
No, so-
or just,
no.
is it about just getting through and?
Yeah, look, come on now. Bilbao away.
No, I get that, but I'm looking at
Olympiacos at home.
the Premier League
are
campaign.
very winnable games. What I'm saying, Atletico rock up. They've got the heritage, they've got the reputation,
Correct.
they've got the manager, they've got some outstanding players. They will come with a game plan. They will make it difficult for us.
Correct, but I'm saying
So
the
what
Premier
I'm
League
saying is,
campaign should have given you enough to see where Arsenal are.
No, I know where Arsenal are, but what I'm saying in Europe, this is one of the stiffest tests you can get in
So
Europe.
do you go? Do you rotate in this game?
I'll go strong in this game because we're by no means there yet. It's only our third game. You can't afford to be, let's rotate this and that.
Yeah, okay.
I get that. I get what you're saying.
You know what I
I get
mean?
what you're saying.
Come on now, which is the better team? Atletico or Crystal Palace? They're both going to be difficult games, but I would say without any equivocation that Atletico are going to. It's a more difficult test than Palace. No, come on, it is.
No, it is.
It is, bro. So, and it's not like we're there yet. We can't afford to.
It is, but I don't
be
see us
complacent.
smoking either team. I don't see us smoking Palace.
No, but
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I know.
I'll go into the stadium more relaxed tomorrow than I will on Sunday.
Yeah, but that's because you said you're at a stage where this format, this stage is not. There's not much pressure, which is
with
right.
respect, Lee, the reason why you're saying that is because we're 4 points clear, and it's all good on the Premier League front. But if we take the Champions League in isolation, we cannot afford to say.
No, I'm saying the other way.
The opposite. He's saying the opposite.
I'm saying I'm more worried about Palace, even though we're points in front. I just feel like there's a little bit. We can be a little bit more.
Is that because you're? And I understand where you're going. It's because you're prioritising the Premier League then, rather than the Champions League.
At this moment in time, yes.
Yeah.
And also the chase. We still haven't really. There's still a long way to go. Yeah, exactly. In the Champions League, it's the Premier League is still. No, that's true. He's right. I know.
We're going to end up in the top 16, aren't we?
We'd like to think so, but we're nowhere near there yet. It's only our third game. So that's what I'm saying. We can't.
But with the games that we've got, Bruges and.
Prague. And then you've got Karat as well, which is.
You're kind of counting your chickens a little bit there, though. You are, really.
But the team's good.
You say, we are going to qualify. We do need to, in order to qualify, we need a point on the board. So you have to beat what's in front of you.
Yeah, I'll take that on board, particularly at home.
All right. Let me run through just quickly 2 stats before we get your score predictions for the game. The only previous meetings between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid in Europe come in the semi-finals of the 2017-18 Europa League, where the Gunners were eliminated 2-1 on aggregate by Diego Simeone's side. That was with Diego Costa scoring the equaliser, the ties deciding goal back in 2017-18.
Doobie goal giveaway.
Yes, and Costa, I used to hate watching him play against us. Arsenal have won, the second stat is Arsenal have won each of their last 6 games against Spanish teams, beating 4 different opponents in this run. Real Madrid twice, Sevilla, what was it all of these? Girona, and Athletic Club, which is obviously Athletic Bilbao. This is already the longest winning run by a team against Spanish opposition in Champions League history. So sometimes you've got to give credit to the Arsenal boys, man. The stats are good. They are good, apart from that, obviously, the first one. The stats are, we've got a good team.
Brilliant stats, and I tell you what, Spanish football is right up there, isn't it?
Yeah, the quality of play and stuff. Yeah, you're
beaten Real Madrid home and away last season under pressure. You know what I mean? I don't think there is as much pressure on this game as it was.
No, of course not.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful here, you know what I mean? When Real Madrid come to town, there was that little bit more of a buzz. It's like when Arsenal go to Spain, there's more of a buzz than when Tottenham do. It's the same sort of thing. You know what I mean? So I just thought I'd get that in.
You're right there. No, you're right. Laurie,
it's a big game.
It is a big game.
I'm with Laurie. They're a good side. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? We want to be tested against the best sides.
And they've got pedigree in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So
that's something not to ignore. That's definitely.
And because it's so early in the qualification stage, you can't afford to be unfocused or say, we're going to rotate heavily and we saw, you know what I mean, because we're going to try and win. I mean, we got to the semis last year. This year we want to go 2 better and win it.
He's going to have to rotate though, I think,
Not heavily though. I don't think you
can.
I
think he'll rotate, but
he'll rotate, maybe not heavily.
This is not the Carabao Cup. this is the Champions League,
but it's
and we're playing one of the
And
better
also
teams
we've got
in the
like
Champions
the other thing to finish is Tuesday, so you've got Sunday. There's a lot of time.
Saturday.
between.
Is it Sunday? It is Sunday.
So a bit more time to
Yeah,
rest
that's
the
true.
players and all
That's
that.
that's a very good point.
So-
Alright, score prediction. I think everyone's gonna go
Boy,
low
you know
scoring,
what?
don't they?
You might look at this game and think, oh, it's got draw written all over it because
It does, I think.
Atletico are like draw specialists. However, Liverpool did beat them, and the way we're playing right now, we look like we can beat anyone, even if sometimes we don't look great in doing it.
well said. Well adjusted.
So for that reason, I think I'm going to go for an Arsenal win, but I think it's going to be tight. In fact, I might even go 1-0.
That's what I was kind of leaning towards. A draw.
No,
It has got draw written all over it, though.
No. I feel that it could well be a draw in this game, but I'm looking at what I see in the Liverpool game. I think that there is vulnerabilities in Atletico Madrid, and if there is vulnerabilities in Atletico Madrid, Arsenal will exploit that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think that our last couple of games at home we've looked a lot better. It'd be really interesting in the team selection.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
when
going
he
to.
goes, I know you're doing another show on that. What the midfield will be, but if he plays the midfield that I want him to do, and that, I think 2-0 to Arsenal.
Wow, 2-0 to Arsenal. And Lee's right. We are going to do a predicted 11 video, and the last predicted 11 video we did before Fulham, we said Arteta will go with was the exact same team. Will we be able to guess it for this game? I don't know because, like you said, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what he goes with. I'm going to go. Hey, I like Laurie's scoreline. I do like 1-0, but that's the obvious. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna
You
say
don't trust in the defence in.
we haven't considered. Oh, Lee, don't do me like that.
No, but you're both right in a way because although our defences look pretty much impregnable recently, that being said though, Atletico offer a different level of strike force. You know what I mean? Griezmann and Alvarez is different to what we faced against Fulham and West Ham and teams like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take that into. But I'm still backing them. I'm going to go 1-0. I think it's going to be a tight game. Maybe one moment of brilliance here and there could decide it. But yeah, I think the way we are right now, very few teams are going to beat us, especially at home. So I'm going for us.
I'm going to go 2-1. I think, I hope it's not. I hope we keep a clean sheet. We don't concede at all in the Champions League because right now we haven't conceded yet in the Champions League.
We're just showing, right? I don't know what you guys think. When I'm watching Arsenal, like I know it was against Fulham, you know, so that does need to be taken into consideration. But you just get the feeling that we're not going to lose many games, man. When I see them, do you feel that?
Yeah, I do.
I just look at them and I think,
defence. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think we might draw a few.
Yeah.
That we shouldn't do. You know, I mean that could have easily been a draw on Saturday. I get that, but I think that we're. And it's bloody great to see Arsenal being hard to beat.
They just give you that impression of a team, and a team
nice.
that's not
It's
going
a
to
nice
get beaten.
feeling as well.
Yeah, it is. Great
feel
feeling.
confident going into grounds. Well, let's see what happens on Tuesday night when Arsenal take on Atletico Madrid at the Emirates. And remember, this video is brought to you by NordVPN. Please like the video on your way out, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Nice. All good.
Thank you.